Honey, I'm saying to you, here, now, because you're telling me for the first time, and I said both times, both
never
things.
wanted to say it in this forum.
She said it you said it 10 minutes ago.
Did I just say to you over there, I don't want to say this, but I will?
Yes.
I said it to him.
I don't want to say what.
Stop. Just stop pretending, Dorit. That's the exact moment everything changed. At first, people thought it was scripted. Just another dramatic reunion exchange. Dorit even forced a smile, like she was in on the joke. But then Erika leaned in, looked her dead in the eyes, and said it again, I'm done with you. Completely done. And just like that, the room went silent. No, you're not serious, Dorit whispered, her voice already shaking. But Erika didn't respond. No emotion, no hesitation, just a cold stare that said everything. And then it happened. Dorit Kemsley, who never breaks character, who never loses control in front of cameras, completely broke down in tears, right there on stage. People in the audience froze. Some even stood up, thinking this had gone too far. But here's what makes this even worse. Insiders are now claiming this wasn't spontaneous. They're saying Erika planned this moment from the very beginning. So the real question is, why would she humiliate Dorit like this in public? And what happened behind the scenes that was so explosive? It led to this brutal ending. Because trust me, this is only the beginning. To understand how things exploded this badly, you need to go back to where it all started. Because believe it or not, Erika and Dorit weren't always like this. There was a time when they laughed together, defended each other, and stood side by side like allies in a room full of enemies. Cameras caught their smiles, their inside jokes, their so-called unbreakable bond. But behind those smiles, things were already cracking. See, insiders have been whispering for months that the tension didn't just appear overnight. It was building, slowly, quietly, like a ticking time bomb no one wanted to acknowledge. It started with small things. Missed calls, ignored messages, subtle comments that didn't sit right. Did you feel that? One crew member allegedly said after filming, something's off between them. At first, fans brushed it off. They thought it was just normal reality TV drama, something that would pass. But then came the dinners, the awkward silences, the forced smiles, the way Erika would look at Dorit, not with warmth, but with something colder, something distant. And Dorit noticed. You've been different lately, she reportedly said during one private moment. Erika's response? I just see things more clearly now. That line alone raised eyebrows. Because what did she mean by that? What exactly had changed? Then things escalated. Rumors started circulating, quiet at first, then louder. Claims that something had happened off camera, something serious enough to shift everything. Some say it involved betrayal. Others say it was about loyalty, or the lack of it. And then came the biggest red flag of all. Erika stopped defending Dorit. In a world where alliances are everything, silence can be louder than words. Fans started noticing. Social media picked it up. Threads began forming. Theories exploded. Did Dorit do something? Or is Erika hiding something bigger? And just when people thought it couldn't get worse, that reunion stage happened. But what most people still don't know is this. By the time Erika said those brutal words on stage, the decision had already been made, long before the cameras started rolling. And if that's true, then everything we saw wasn't just emotional. It was calculated. And what you're about to hear next proves it. The moment everyone keeps replaying didn't just happen. It detonated. It was the reunion taping bright lights, packed audience, tension already thick in the air. You could feel it before anyone even spoke. Dorit walked in confident. Or at least pretending to be. Erika? Completely different energy. Cold, controlled, almost like she already knew how this was going to end. And that's when things took a turn no one expected. The host asked a simple question, so, where do you two stand today? A pause. A long one. Dorit glanced at Erika, almost nervously smiling. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but stop. Erika cut her off. Sharp. Direct. No hesitation. The entire room froze. I don't want you speaking for me, Erika said, her voice calm. Too calm. Dorit blinked, clearly caught off guard. Erika, what are you doing? She whispered. And then, the bomb dropped. I'm done protecting you. You could hear the audience gasp. Protecting me? Dorit repeated, her voice cracking. What does that even mean? Erika leaned forward slightly, her eyes locked. It means I've stayed quiet about things I shouldn't have. Now the tension wasn't just awkward. It was dangerous. What things? Dorit asked, panic creeping in. And that's when Erika said something that changed everything. "You really want to do this here?" That line, that one line, it sent shockwaves through the room. Because suddenly, this wasn't just about a friendship ending. It sounded like there was something deeper, something hidden, something Dorit didn't want exposed. "No, say it," Dorit pushed, even though her hands were visibly shaking. "If you have something to say it." Big mistake, because Erika didn't back down. "Fine," she said quietly. "Let's talk about what you said when the cameras weren't rolling." Silence. Pure silence. Dorit's face went pale. "I don't know what you're talking about," she said quickly. But Erika smirked. "Really? You don't remember that night? The messages? The things you said about me?" Now the audience wasn't just watching. They were leaning in. "What messages?" someone shouted from the crowd. And then came the moment no one saw coming. Erika reached for her phone. "Yes," she said. "I kept them." Gasps filled the room. Dorit immediately shook her head, almost stepping forward. "Erika, don't," but it was too late. "I stayed loyal to you," Erika continued, her voice rising for the first time. "And you went behind my back, talking, twisting things, playing both sides." "That's not true," Dorit snapped, but her voice broke halfway through. "Isn't it?" Erika fired back. And then, she read it. A message, allegedly from Dorit. "I don't trust Erika anymore. She's not who she pretends to be." The reaction was instant. The audience erupted. People started whispering, reacting, some even pulling out their phones. Dorit looked like she couldn't breathe. "That's taken out of context," she cried. But Erika didn't stop. "There's more," she said. And that's when everything spiraled. Because this wasn't just about one message. This was a pattern. At least, that's what Erika was making it look like. "You smiled in my face," Erika said, her voice now filled with anger, "and then you went and trashed me the second I wasn't there." "I was venting," Dorit shouted back, tears forming. "That's what friends do." "No," Erika snapped. "That's what fake friends do." And just like that, Dorit broke. Tears streaming, voice shaking, completely overwhelmed. "I never meant to hurt you," she said, barely holding it together. "But you didn't have to do this. Not like this. Not in front of everyone." And for a split second, it looked like Erika might soften, but she didn't. "I wanted the truth out," she said coldly. And now it is. But here's where things take an even darker turn. Because just when everyone thought Erika had revealed everything, a producer backstage reportedly whispered something. And suddenly, Erika's expression changed. Not anger, not satisfaction. Something else. Something uneasy. Because according to insiders, there was another message. One Erika didn't read out loud. One that, if revealed, wouldn't just expose Dorit, it would expose Erika too. And that's exactly why she stopped. And just when it felt like the situation couldn't get any more explosive, it did. Because within minutes of that confrontation airing, social media went into absolute meltdown. Clips started circulating everywhere. "Did you see Erika expose Dorit? This is insane. This isn't just drama, this is war." Hashtags began trending. Fan pages were dissecting every second, every word, every facial expression. But then, something unexpected happened. A new post appeared. Anonymous, unverified, but dangerously detailed. It claimed to be from someone inside the production. And according to that post, what Erika revealed on stage was only half the story. Because allegedly, Dorit wasn't the only one sending messages. There were replies from Erika. And not just replies, messages that painted a completely different picture. One line, in particular, started spreading like wildfire. "Don't worry, I'll handle it when the time is right." Wait, what? Suddenly, the narrative flipped. People started asking, was Erika planning this all along? Was this entire public takedown calculated from the beginning? Clips were rewatched, body language analyzed. Every pause, every look suddenly meant something more. And then came the second blow. A supposed screenshot leaked. Blurry, cropped, but clear enough to cause panic. It allegedly showed Erika acknowledging Dorit's comments, but instead of confronting her privately, she chose to wait, to stay silent, to let it build, and then expose it publicly, brutally. That's not just reaction, one viral post read. That's strategy. Now fans weren't just shocked, they were divided. Team Erika or Team Dorit? But before anyone could settle on a side, a new question started taking over everything. If Erika had those messages the whole time, then why now? Why choose this exact moment, in front of cameras, in front of millions? And more importantly, what else is still hidden? Because insiders are now hinting that this situation goes far deeper than a few leaked texts. Something bigger is at play, something that hasn't been revealed yet. And if that next piece comes out, it could completely destroy everything we think we know. The moment that confrontation hit the internet, everything exploded. Within hours, clips were everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube Shorts. No one was talking about anything else. It wasn't just trending. It was dominating every platform. Fans were completely divided. Some were calling it the most brutal reunion moment ever seen. Others were convinced Erika went too far. Dorit didn't deserve that level of humiliation, one viral comment read. Another countered instantly. She was exposed for a reason. Erika finally said what everyone was thinking. And just like that, the internet split in two. But the real chaos began when celebrities started reacting. A few former reality stars subtly liked posts defending Dorit, only to unlike them minutes later. Screenshots were already taken. Nothing was private anymore. One entertainment blogger posted, "This is bigger than drama. This is a full emotional breakdown happening in real time." That post alone gained millions of views. Meanwhile, gossip pages went into overdrive. Insiders claim production was shocked by Erika's level of intensity. Another report suggested producers had to pause filming immediately after the segment because tensions backstage were uncontrollable. But perhaps the most shocking reaction came from within the cast circle itself. According to alleged leaks from group chats, the cast wasn't speaking freely anymore. No jokes, no casual talk, just silence. One anonymous message allegedly sent inside the group said, "This is not going to end well for anyone involved." That line alone fueled even more speculation. Was this just a fight, or the start of a permanent fallout? Meanwhile, Dorit's silence became its own headline. No posts, no statements, no interviews. And in the world of reality TV, silence speaks louder than words. Fans began noticing small details, her absence from usual appearances, her lack of engagement online. Everyone was asking the same thing. Is she okay? On the other hand, Erika posted normally. Almost too normally. A coffee picture, a casual caption. No mention of the storm she just created. And that made things even worse. Too calm, one comment said. That's not normal after something like this. Industry insiders started weighing in too. Some said this moment could redefine both their public images. Others believed it was carefully controlled storytelling designed to keep attention on the show. But one producer, quote leaked anonymously, summed it up perfectly. "We expected drama, not destruction." And just when it seemed like the conversation couldn't get bigger, a new rumor surfaced. Something about what happened immediately after cameras stopped rolling. And that detail changed everything again. Just when everyone thought the story had already reached its peak, the final twist changed everything again. Because what happened after the cameras stopped rolling was never meant to be seen. But insiders are talking, and the version they're telling is even more intense than what aired on screen. According to multiple behind-the-scenes leaks, the moment Erika left the stage, the energy backstage completely shifted. No applause, no celebration, just silence. Dorit was reportedly taken immediately to a private room. And what she said there allegedly broke even the crew members watching outside. She kept saying the same thing over and over, one source claimed. "I didn't know it would end like this. I didn't know she was going to do it like this." But here's where things take a darker turn. Because shortly after that moment, Erika was reportedly seen in a separate area speaking with production. And she wasn't emotional. She was calm. Too calm. And then came the sentence that allegedly stunned everyone in the room. "I didn't say everything." Wait, what? According to the leak, Erika admitted there was still more she hadn't revealed on camera. Something she intentionally held back. Something that, if spoken aloud, would have made the entire situation unrecoverable. Producers reportedly urged her not to go any further. And she didn't. But the damage was already done. Meanwhile, Dorit's team allegedly tried to reach out to Erika again that same night. No response. Not a single word. And that silence has now become the biggest mystery in the entire story. Because fans are asking one terrifying question. If Erika held back the most damaging information, then what exactly was it? And why stop there, unless revealing it would hurt her too? now speculation is spiraling again. Some believe this was a controlled exposure, only part of a bigger conflict we haven't seen yet. Others think both sides are hiding something far deeper than friendship drama. And now, attention has shifted to one final detail. A rumored unaired clip, one that allegedly exists, but hasn't been released yet. And if that footage ever comes out, it could completely rewrite everything we think we know about Erika and Dorit. But for now, it remains locked away. And the only thing left is uncertainty. Because one thing is clear, this story is far from over. Now I want to hear from you. Because this situation has completely split the internet, and honestly, nobody is agreeing on what really happened here. So tell me in the comments, do you think Erika was justified for ending the friendship so publicly? Or do you think she went too far and humiliated Dorit in front of everyone? Be honest, don't hold back. Because this is one of those moments where there's no clear right or wrong. Just two people, two versions of the truth, and a friendship that completely collapsed in front of the world. And here's something even more important. If Erika really had more information and chose not to reveal it, what do you think she's still hiding? And why? I want your theories, your opinions, your breakdowns, everything. Also, another big question, do you think Dorit will ever respond publicly, or will she stay silent and let this fade away? Because right now, her silence is making the situation even louder. And before you go, if you want the next update on this story, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications. Because insiders are already hinting that more leaks are coming. Deleted messages, unaired footage, and behind-the-scenes reactions that were never supposed to leave production. And when that drops, you already know I'll break it down for you immediately, so don't miss it. Like this video if you think the truth is still not fully out. Comment your opinion below, Team Erika or Team Dorit. And share this video with someone who follows reality TV drama, because trust me, they need to see this. This story is still unfolding, and what comes next might be even bigger than everything we've seen so far. Stay tuned, because the next update could change everything.